Yeah, hello together. I think we're looking forward for a big home opener against Nashville. I think at the moment we have a situation only Drew Yearwood and Serge Ngoma is out of this game, and Lewis Morgan is questionable. But all the other players are ready and available for this game. Also, Dante Vanzier show us in this week he made good steps. We can see, of course, that he has between 6 weeks no team training. From the fitness level, we have to work with him that he's ready for our style of play, but he made the last few days some good steps. Overall, we have a very, very good feeling for this game, and we know which power will come on Saturday. A very structured team with a high discipline and also with set play monsters like Zimmermann and also with Hani Mukhtar, a player he can always surprise. We know he was the player of the last season, and we know how big is his power in every phase in a game. But I think we are ready for that. We know what we have to do against them, and I think we have to look extremely on our strength on Saturday, on our power, how we can bring and break Nashville down in our stadium, and we begin with a great performance in our stadium and also with the right result.
Before we take questions, I ask the people on Zoom, when you're asking a question, please turn on your camera. We have a monitor in the back of the room so Coach can see who he's talking to. We will take questions. First, we'll go to Mark Fishkin.
Coach, talk to us about your feeling coming off the field last week. In Orlando, a lot of shots, not a lot of clinical shots on goal. Talk to us about working with the team this week.
Yeah, of course, we was very disappointed after this game, and I am with you. We was not clinical enough. We was not with the desire what we want, and we have also I think with the boys a critical confrontation with that, and the boys realize that we have to be in these moments sharper, and I think this is, of course, also the big mission on Saturday, that we use our chances. I think the chances are coming on Saturday. This is crystal clear, but we have to use it. And in this direction, we cannot speak always. We have to execute this on a final way of success, and I think this is my big expectation on Saturday against Nashville, that we are much more cleaner in these moments and much more with a much more bigger determination.
Next, we'll go to Daniel Rebane.
How you doing, Coach? Talking about Hani Mukhtar, how do you develop a game plan to kind of stifle what he could do in the attack going forward?
Yeah, we know that Hani is very smart, and he hangs sometimes around when we are in a high position moment, and he's always so a player. He will come in spaces that is not so easy to defend, and I think in these moments we have to be very focused and find a good attention against him to let him not come in his personal moments. I think, of course, every single player has problems without space and time, but especially with Hani, we have to be very, very focused in this direction to give him absolutely no time and no space to create something. He is the biggest key in this group of players in attacking moments, and I think we have to kill every hope from him in this game.
Next, we'll go to Sean McCaffrey.
Thanks, Coach, for taking the time. Past years, this building has been all but a fortress for the team as far as the record and everything else. Last year was a bit of a fall on that. What's being done to try and correct that for this coming season?
Yeah, I think the whole preseason we work much more, and this was also depend on which level we are at the moment, that we can give also more focus and concentration in possession moments, that every single player find the right position, and also that we find in different development moments with the ball the right timing for forward runs, the right timing to come between the gaps. And I hope we can show this on Saturday, that we are a step further in this way of our phase in on-ball moments, and also that we are sharp and merciless in moments when we have chances for transitions. I think this is the biggest weapon from us again, and we have to use that, and we have to use the chaos moments from Nashville when they lose the ball, and I think in more directions we have to be very sharp against them. We know a big team is in our house, yeah, and we have to show this. I can speak now many things, and it's more the time to show this in our stadium. Especially yesterday, we have a big supporter meeting here in our stadium, and I can tell you the atmosphere between the fans and us was very good, very close. I can feel a big spirit and a togetherness with so many fans here. And I think tomorrow, of course, on Saturday, we hope also that we have big crowd in our stadium, a big atmosphere. This help us to bring in the end a big opponent like Nashville down. And this is the big goal.
Next, we'll go to Anthony Merced.
He looked good in his movements against Orlando, but what did you think he needed to improve on from the game?
To score.
Next, we'll go to Anthony Paradiso.
Hi, Coach. Thank you for your time. I'm just curious, being last year that you guys were very good on the road and had some struggles at home, just how important and how much of a statement will it be to come out on the right foot tomorrow?
Yeah, I think on Saturday we want first of all to bring a big power in this game, a good spirit, a good energy, and every single player should let everything on the field. I think this is so the basement for success, and this is my expectation. And I think when we can build our foundation, our typical game of football, then it's difficult for Nashville. And on the same time, of course, we expect a team, they have big power in transition moments. And this means for us, they will stay maybe also deeper in our block. We need patience in this game. We need, I think so, to handle moments maybe they are not so easy also in a game, that we work hard again and again against them with a good possession game and also with a good transition game. And of course this means in the end a good performance and a great result means for us this is give us confidence, this give us the conviction. This is of course important and we want to show it. But first of all, it's important that we have a big focus in our performance. This is what can be planned. I think the result is not so easy to plan, but the performance I think is in our hand, and this is what we can plan. And in this direction, we give a lot of power.
Next, we'll go to Gustavo.
Coach, I'm going to ask you for an opinion on another Brazilian player. Luquinhas is good on his second season this year, but he didn't have a great part of second season. He didn't have a great second season, second half of the season last year. And how do you see his confidence, his level of performance, what he's showing during the practices, that he can turn around his not a bad form right now, not a great form right now?
Yeah, I think, of course, we confronted also him about his performance in Orlando, and our expectation is much higher. And we work also with him in spaces that he can, in the end, show his perfect strength, yeah. But games like that in Orlando and also the game against Nashville on Saturday are mental tests, and also he must come in moments that he show us outstanding, hungry moments to come and fight in a game for good moments and for good position moments, for good dribbling moments, and for good passes moments, and especially forward passes. And this is his big strength, and I have a big trust in him that he realized. Of course, also the Orlando game was not that what we expect, and that was he expect from himself. He has a big standard. He has he can play on a completely different level. But now it's the time to show us that. And I think he realized this in this week. We have very good communication with him, and I trust him. He will be very, very soon back in this mode what we want from him.
Hey, everyone, we have time for 2 more questions with Coach. First, we'll go to Dan Feurenstein, and then we'll finish off with Mark Fishkin.
Good afternoon, Gerhard. Going back to last week's match, you started the match with 2 strikers. That hasn't happened in a very long time, ever since that switch to a single striker in that formation. Is this something new that you're going to do this year and forever? At the same time, did you feel that was very successful, developing more attacking runs and more chances for your side?
Yes, of course. I think when we bring more numbers in the opponent's box, is always the chance higher to score. And I like it to play with 2 strikers, but this is also a little bit depend which one is available, which one is a good fit together. But I think in this season, we are very flexible with a high variability with the shape. We can play in different systems, and this makes us hopefully unpredictable. And but of course we have right now enough strikers, and why not? We should play in the next time with 2 strikers.
And we'll finish off with Mark Fishkin.
Yeah, Coach. Serge Goma, as you said, is still not ready. Can you give us a general update about what you've been doing to work with him since his injury last year? It's been a while, and I know he's a young player with a ton of potential. Yes,
of course. I am with you, and I have the same opinion about him. He's a big asset in our club, and the challenge is a little bit. He is very young, and he has in his hamstring too often in the last few years challenges and issues, and right now is so the moment that we have to bring a player with a high potential player back step by step, especially in his dynamic world where he lives, and he cannot come in a training or in a game and he play with 50-60%. He's a player. He come in a training and you will see all-in moments from the dynamic, and this is so the challenge, how we bring him back step by step with the right load, with the right acceleration, decelerations, what he can handle and manage without the next problem. And I think in this direction we need time. This is so the biggest commitment between the medical department, the physios, to find a setup with him, to bring him back. But we cannot speak about a clear timeline. This is depend how the steps are going, how the strength tests are working in the next few weeks. And I hope, of course, he is back soon. We need him. His dynamic make us give us a different phase in our game. But we cannot. We have to be patient in this direction.